Welcome to the funeral of Divecomp. Yes, today we are celebrating the life of something so prevalent, so huge, and almost as infuriating as Hanzo's scatter arrows, where many a healer lost their way and the Genji mains multiplied. If there's just one thing I can say, just as a Zenyatta main personally, good riddance! What is going on? I hope you're having a great day, because I sure am. Now, this is something I've wanted to put on a headline for a long time now. Death of the dive meta. Now, personally, I am tired of dive. I'm sure that a lot of you are also sick of dive. I mean, I can only stay sane for so long while not even being allowed to play Zenyatta. I know, people say Zen fits snugly into dive with the Harmony Orb, but let's be honest, people. He can't move anywhere, and he has no survivability. He can't run away from flankers, and he can't survive Tracer or Genji trying to kill him. His finest quality is his Discord Orb, which has potential, but he just feels awkward to play. One of the problems with dive was the number of people really wanting to go DPS, because it was so much easier to make an impact on DPS than on healer or tank. Tanks are barely even relevant in the meta. Only 2 of them fit in. Of course, they fit in really well, but when I think tank, I think Reinhardt. He's just the base, the foundation of tanks, but he really died with the rise of Divecomp. His pick rate is cripplingly low, and, well, you know, his win rate is super low too. It's quite obviously because of how the game is being played, but we're gonna see more of the resurrection of the German Crusader, because of that buff he's getting to his hammer and the reworked charge. We knew how broken he was before, not the good kind of broken, mind you, the off-feeling and weird playing kind of broken. His charge would hit about 75% of the time when it should, and 30% of the time when it really shouldn't have. We've all experienced the magnetic pins or the bouncy rubber pins, but now it will work perfectly. Of course, his hammer got a small buff where the swing now actually registers the hit when it's supposed to on the backhand swing. Also, it's 10% faster. I know what you're thinking, how could a small buff change the whole meta? Well, you're right, it won't. But 2 small buffs, and now we're talking. I'm not delivering the news, I'm having some discussion, and by now you know that Zarya's ultimate has been buffed, and now no one can escape the power of attraction. All movement and escape abilities are disabled while caught in Graviton, just like a Junkrat trap. The bread and butter of dive was in movement abilities. Well, good luck trying that now. With a much enhanced ultimate, Zarya will get a very obvious boost to pick rate, which can offset the balance of dive. Since Zarya is usually thrown away for D.Va or Winston, the new rise in popularity will cause high mobility dive heroes some trouble. Now, we cannot rule out Doomfist. Of course, we have to analyze his abilities and how they will fit in. The problem with new heroes is that no one has any clue how they fit into the meta. With a hero like Doomfist, it's easy to see him as a flanker, someone who takes out the backline of healers, which is the opposite of ending dive meta. His ability to have 3D maneuverability might even put him above Tracer, which is something I thought I'd never see. I don't want to upset the Tracer mains here, she will still have good situations and a purpose, but if we continue on with dive, a fast, flexible, and maneuverable hero will take more favor. Let's say for just a second that dive dies completely, which is something that could happen after his release, don't forget. Well, where would he fit in then? Well, it's quite obvious that he will be a frontline disruptor or duelist. He's great for 1v1s, and the only other great duelist is Reaper. As a frontline disruptor, he would do well to push tanks with his charge, exposing squishies from shielding. Of course, he can also go directly through shielding to hit the target, which is why he'd be so strong as a frontline disruptor. His ultimate meteor strike is also something that would work way too well with Zarya's Graviton Surge. It can't be blocked at all, and the time it takes for the grav to wear off is enough for him to use his ultimate. It's almost too powerful as a get out of jail free card, and also a free kills card. So what kind of meta are we going into, and how will it be laid out? Well, the first thing to happen will be the ridiculous overuse of Doomfist in all the wrong times in competitive. He's a new hero, so we all know how that's just gonna happen. Next, we'll see the rising popularity of Zarya because her ult countering every mobility hero in the game, and when she's popular enough, we will see Reinhardt get some more play because of mobile heroes getting picked less. Somewhere in there we will see Doomfist struggle a little bit in popularity because no one really knows where he fits in just yet, but he will stabilize within a week or 2, probably on a pretty decently high pick rate. Now, something we really don't think about often is the return of other metas. I really want to talk about this because it could be so important. If some metas come back, we can use the tactics we used to counter those metas again and improve upon them just I don't know, it's something that we can really think about. The reason I pull this up is because I think we're going right back into the triple tank meta. We're gonna see some strong healers come back into play. We'll see Mercy's pick rate as high as ever, but that's no surprise. Really, what I want to talk about is a lot more Ana. Ana mains rejoice, because with triple tank comes the need for Ana. We need another strong healer, and Lucio really just doesn't cut it with healing. We have the bases covered for the healers and 2 of the tanks, but I mean, who else is going to be played? Well, with triple tank comes none other than Reaper as the sole DPS on the team. You know the saying, where there are tanks, there are angry, vengeant mass murderers ready to strike them down. That's the saying, right? Anyways, we still have that one last tank spot, and this is something I'm not sure anyone will see coming, but I think Orisa will actually start coming into play. So we all know how she started. Her pick rate and win rate were bad from the beginning, and after a little bit more use and then a little bit less use, I think now she will finally find her footing in the triple tank meta. This meta calls for more shielding and more tanks, and if anyone can counter the Graviton just a little bit, it has to be Orisa. Granted, she can't use it during the ult, but if you can react fast enough to the voice line, you might just get the chance to fortify your way out of the situation. Now, this is all just speculation. We can't see the future, but we can take a pretty accurate guess, and it's only a matter of time before we see the shift in pro gameplay and popularity. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had some good fun making it, and I think it's interesting to predict the metas. Of course, show me what you think by hitting the like or dislike buttons down below. It really gives me valuable data on what to make in the future. If you really like the video and want to see more in the future, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video. Drop a comment down below telling me what you think about the metas. I read every comment, so don't hesitate to propose an idea. As always, this is Carter signing off, and have a fantastic day.